Uh, this video is going to be about density and also, definition of hypothesis, law, and theory. Of course, as always, feel free to like, subscribe, feel free to watch my other videos. Also, check the description. You can find I'll try to put a website that also goes into hypothesis, law, and theory. And not only that, but you can follow to my website. Thanks. Well, here we go. Density is mass over volume. Density is mass over volume. Extensive properties depend on the amount of substance present. This is important. I'll show you why. Extensive properties depend on the amount of substance available, whereas intensive properties are those that do not depend on the amount of substance present. Intensive properties are much more useful in identifying and classifying matter. Mass and volume are extensive properties, whereas density is an intensive property. And I'm going to show you real quick a little demonstration. Here we have several pennies. We have about 5 of them on this balance. Here's the weight. That's the weight. And here's the, of course, the water, the volume. Of course, you're going to divide this number by once you place these pennies in here. The amount to go up, you subtract the new volume from the original, which in this case should be, as you can see, 25 milliliters. And of course, you divide the two numbers and you'll get your density. Now, a trick question, and this is why you got to know different intensive, why you need to understand extensive and intensive properties. As we said, density is an intensive property. It does not depend on the amount of substance available. So, okay, you get your density of these 5 pennies. You found your density. Now, let's say after you do that, you have 1. What is the density? It should be the same as your 5 pennies. It's not going to change. If I find the density of this balance, and then I cut it in half, it still should be roughly the same. You find a piece of rock, find the density of your rock, cut the rock in half, the density will be the same. Now let's go through hypothesis, law, and theory. Hypothesis is a tentative explanation of a prediction. It's a tentative explanation, or wait 1 second. I apologize. It's written correctly. I thought maybe I made a mistake. Well, hypothesis is a tentative explanation of or prediction derived from experimental observation. Again, hypothesis, a tentative explanation of or prediction derived from experimental observation. A law is a concise, verbal, or mathematical statement of facts, statement of a relation that is, let's do this again. Law, a concise, verbal, or mathematical statement of a relation that is always the same under the same conditions. A law is a concise, verbal, or mathematical statement of a relation that's always the same under the same conditions. A theory, a unifying principle that explains a body of facts. Notice, a body of facts and the laws based on them. You will hear preachers and pastors and apologists. Evolution is just a theory. And you hear this nonsense because they don't know what a scientific theory is. If you read, I would recommend you read Richard Dawkins' book, The Greatest Show on Earth. He goes into it in the first chapter about a theory. He defines these very well. And also I'm give you a link to that video. And feel free to check out my website. And of course, if you're an educator, it's probably a good idea. I mean, I would recommend it. I used to teach high school, and now I'm in college. College is a lot better. But anyways, you do probably want on the first few days drill into them the difference between a theory, a law, and a hypothesis. This way, when you have that one student that's going to stand up when you're teaching evolutionary biology, you can explain this. And of course, read Richard Dawkins' Greatest Show on Earth. It may help you too, and there are a few other books, especially if you're an educator. Thanks. Feel free to like, subscribe, feel free to leave a comment, watch my other videos, and of course, check the description and check out my website. Thanks.